Okay, so here I am, Chapel, Nebraska. It's near 4 o'clock in the morning, and I just spent an hour driving around town trying to find a dog. Funny story, but not really. The dog likes to pull, like hard, and I got a pretty screwed up back, so when he pulls, it hurts. I take him out 3 times a day, at least, to make sure that he gets to go to the bathroom. I took him out twice today, or twice yesterday instead of 3 times. That's because the way he yanked me around yesterday evening, well, I am not in any sort of physical shape to be allowing him to jerk me around like that. Now, I got one job. That one job is to take care of the dog, make sure it's watered, make sure it's fed, make sure it gets to go to the bathroom. It's not too complicated, but I failed miserably tonight, and the dog decided to let me know about it. The temperature here in town, it varies quite a bit between day and night. So I've been using the upstairs window at a friend's house, and I open it and close it based on how friggin' hot it is. Um, I opened the window 3 or 4 days ago, and the dog did not seem to have any issues with it. Didn't seem like he was going to jump out a second story fucking window. He really, the only thing that he seemed interested in around the window at all was the hornets, and it was literally open all day. So that first day, since the dog didn't do anything stupid by jumping out the window, I figured it was all right. Well, there's rabbits running around south end of town right now, and when the dog sees a rabbit, he goes after it. As a result, I hear barking upstairs, and I didn't think nothing of it. The dog often barks at the train, or, well, sometimes vehicles driving by. There's the city workers. When they pull up, the dog definitely goes off. Anytime the sheriff goes by, the dog goes off. So I really didn't think nothing of it. And I got to the point where I'd been sitting down for about 20 minutes because my back just really hurt. And I really needed to go to the bathroom, but I just hurt too much to stand up. Well, I did stand up and I went to the bathroom and I went, you know what? There's no dog. Where's my tail? Where is my little shadow? There is no dog. So I start calling for the dog. Nothing. I searched the whole house. Nothing. Second story window is wide open still. The windows downstairs are all closed. The door is closed. Literally, the only way that the dog could have gotten out of the house is by jumping out the second story window. Now, the dog might come back. Burger Boy type, maybe he will come back. That's over in the side chat, of course. Maybe he will, but he really likes to run around and explore when he gets the chance. When my back is not in too bad a shape, I can take him for a walk. It usually takes 2 or 3 days worth of walking to get him into a routine where he's not pulling. The problem with that is it takes 2 or 3 days of extreme back pain to try to get him trained to stop again. And then just a few days out of routine, and he's back to the way that he was. Um, it's going to be expensive to get the dog out because, see, here's the way that it works in Chapel. We have Terry Duffield, who is I don't know if she's still the animal control person, but she was when I was growing up. Um, I would assume she still is, but I don't know for sure. I do know that when they take the dogs, they used to take them to Terry's. Now there's a building on the south end of town where when your dog runs away, they take your dog there. And you have to pay to get the dog out. Last time that this happened, it cost $75 to get the dog out. Now it'll be even more expensive, and the guy who owns the dog might even have to go to court over it, which is completely stupid. Um, they don't go after the dog sitter, they go after the dog owner. That being said, whether he has to go to court or not, it is going to be my bill to pay. Um, I mean, reasonably, I should have been more responsible. I should have had the or the window closed more than it is. If I'd have had it more closed, he wouldn't have been able to jump out. Um, well, that's not entirely true. I was pretty sure that I had it closed just enough that maybe a dog's nose could get in. That's about it. So it's a lot more open now. It's not a difficult window to move, so there's a possibility he stuck his head out and wiggled his body and opened up the window on his own. Um, but he would not have been able to do that if I'd closed the window entirely, or if I'd have left it a little bit more closed. No, I'm pretty sure it would have had to been closed entirely because he could have gotten a paw in there or a claw or something. But the point is, man, dogs ain't easy. If you work with them when they're young and you get them trained, you don't have a problem after that. You just keep up with your daily routine. The problem with the dog is that the dog is used to a particular routine where he gets to go out to the bathroom 3 times a day. And if he doesn't get his 3 times a day, he gets unhappy about it and he rebels. Now, he was letting me know that he needed to go to the bathroom. He does that by demanding attention, and I mean really demanding, like sticking his head on you and pawing at your lap and jumping up on the couch or jumping up on the chair. And yeah, so it's not like I did not know that he wanted to go outside to go to the bathroom. Sometimes he pretends he's got to go to the bathroom though, because he just wants to go outside and mess around and yank me around. He didn't do that today, or I guess yesterday now, because it's almost 4 in the morning. So it would have been on the 3rd. I took him outside 4 times because he just really needed to go. So I took him outside, and 2 of those times he didn't even go to the bathroom. I mean, one of those 2 times he stopped and pretended like he needed to pee. He dribbled just a little bit, but really, he was only doing it because I was trying to take him back inside because he'd been screwing around for about half an hour. So now, you know, I'm tired of driving around wasting gas. It would be a lot cheaper if I was to cruise around until I'm out of gas trying to find the dog, because if I do find the dog and I'm completely out of gas, at least it's less than $20 to fill the tank. It's probably going to be 120 to 150 to bail the dog out. So I guess I'm just making this video to vent my frustrations. There's a lot of other really important stuff I needed to get done and should have been doing, and well, that stuff doesn't get done when you're busy looking for a dog. Right now, I'm pretty stressed out. There's a lot of other things going on in my life, and I don't have enough time to do all of it. I gotta work on trying to get my disability money back still, and um, I guess they said they're gonna reinstate my benefits with October and September, but that money didn't show up, so the benefits they were referring to, I'm assuming, is my food stamps. Um, Then there's the stuff I got to go through with the state patrol and get them all that information, and also fill out all the paperwork for all of these different places and agencies that historically haven't done jack shit. I gotta make my police reports, of course, for the Nebraska State Patrol, even though the guy that I spoke with, he seemed more like he was busy making excuses than he was actually interested in what was going on. Cops tend to do that. They tend to make excuses when you try to turn in an officer. Something that is illegal for everybody else, and an officer will fight you tooth and nail on. They will make excuses for another officer to do those things. It's pathetic. There's a law called the necessity law. If you have to break the law out of necessity, you did not break the law. Obviously, with the number of people who are dead at the hands of my predators, obviously it's pretty necessary for me to break the law to try to get the cops to do their fucking jobs. I'm sure they'll have no problems picking up that dog and extorting money, but they can't investigate any of the crimes against me. It's stupid. Nebraska State Patrol was aware a long time ago, all the way back in 2018. They didn't do anything. They made me go to my predators. Nebraska State Patrol made me go to my predators, knowing that I was trying to turn in the Dual County Sheriff's Department. They made me go to Dual County Sheriff's Department, saying that they're the only ones who can investigate any of the crimes against me. I explained to the Nebraska State Patrol that some of the people I'm trying to turn in are the sheriff and their deputies, and they still insisted that I had to go to the sheriff and his deputies about the crimes committed against me. That was most of 2019 and 2020. We got someone over here calling themselves Dandelion. Dandelion is, well, this is about a week worth of pathetic crap from Dandelion. So we're going to do this magic little thing here that we do, hide user on this channel. Blam! Holy shit, that was easy. If only I could use the mouse, click a button, and have the dog magically show back up. Some people are just trolls. They've got nothing better to do than to go treat other people like shit. There's a big difference between treating somebody like shit just because you're a fucking bully and defending yourself. Dandelion has no purpose on my page, has no purpose on my YouTube. Dandelion is not a witness to any of the situations that I've been in. Dandelion is a troll. Anyway, it's gonna be about another hour and a half before the sun is up. So I suppose I'll go back at it then. The problem with it being late at night is, even though I've been slowing down and looking through both alleys when I see them on the sides, and I've been driving on the streets and driving extra slow and looking to both sides, it's dark. So it's not like that dog is an easy thing to find. He sure is a sweetheart, though. Anyway, I guess I'm gonna take a shower and try to wash out some stress. So obviously it'll be a hot shower. Um, fuck. On the bright side, losing the dog is about the least of my fucking problems right now. Losing the dog is not going to cost me thousands of dollars. It's not going to prevent me from being able to go to court. That's already been done. The dog disappearing is not going to require me to save thousands of screenshots and record hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of hours of conversations with witnesses. Losing the dog isn't going to require me to fill out a whole bunch of police reports that nobody's going to investigate. Matter of fact, in this one situation, the cops might actually do their job. Of course, they don't like me. They do know whose dog it is. The guy whose dog it is was threatened on multiple occasions by the Dual County Sheriff's Department. So I do have to worry that the Dual County Sheriff's deputies might decide to take some revenge and shoot the dog. Now, is the dog violent? No. Is the dog likely to assault a police officer or bite a police officer or try to attack a police officer? No. So it's not like they'll have any reason or purpose for shooting the dog beyond being assholes. But also, there's the fact that a lot of people in town would definitely be extremely pissed off if the cops were shooting dogs in town. So that is in my favor and in the dog's favor. So we just got to see how it works out. I fight hard for human rights, but humans are not my favorite creatures on the planet. I like dogs. I think that the dog should have rights. I think that the dog's life does matter. And I believe that crimes against dogs should be treated the same as if those crimes were committed against a child. Now, that being said, with the dog that I was babysitting going free and running around town, if that was a child, it would be my responsibility. And as a result, losing the dog is again also my responsibility. I had one job, and I fucked it up. Wish me luck.